Hey everybody, for this week we are finishing up our tour of the medieval period with one of Chaucer's tales, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a farce, which means it's intentionally written to be comedic, which makes sense given the character of the miller and the fact that Chaucer describes him as a bit of a drunkard and a bit of a loudmouth. And in fact, the origins of this story are that he steps in and takes over the position after the knight speaks as a response to the knight's tale of courtly love. And so what we're going to see here is Chaucer beginning to play with this idea of what is courtly love. Now, if you did any research on the concept of chivalry and the expectations of knights, you would see that courtly love and such aspects of romance and respect and honor and things like that are all written into the expectation that knights during this time held. And in fact, the Knight's Tale that comes before this one in sequence represents a lot of those idealistic views. Well, the miller steps in at this point and completely challenges those idealistic views in some interesting ways. So I'm curious to see how you unpack that. You've got four major characters, you've got some big themes. Take a look at the lecture video that will describe some of those themes and some things you can be looking for, and you'll be able to discuss those in the discussion board post. And just remember that Chaucer in many ways is not necessarily presenting a specific argument or a thing that people should do. He's like writing satire in a lot of ways, asking some important questions through humor about how we might view something like courtly love. Now, this text will form a very good foundation for the steps that we're going to take after the midterm when we move into the Renaissance period, because opening that period, we're going to look at this piece of literary criticism by Sir Philip Sidney, and then look at his sonnet sequence, Astrophil and Stella, as well as Shakespeare's sonnets. And so this kind of section for about 4 weeks, we're really going to be digging into courtly love with the midterm coming up next week. So in light of the midterm, the one thing you can do to prepare is just to make sure that you know these texts pretty well. That's the only thing. The midterm is not anything fancy. It's a 5-page essay where you compare a similar theme across a couple of texts. So, and these themes are going to be very familiar to you. We've been discussing them from the entire front half of the semester. So a pretty regular schedule this week. Do the reading. Take a look at the reading notes, watch this video. Obviously, you're already doing that. Watch the lecture video and complete the discussion board prompt. And that will be it for the week. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts about this text. If nothing else, Beowulf and Sir Gawain and even the Old English poems are pretty serious in the things that they're talking about. So it's a nice move for us to take on something a little more lighthearted. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say, and as we discuss not only this text, but as we move into more discussions of the idea of courtly love. So take care. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.